think there's a lack of confidence? Because when I see the black youth, there doesn't seem to be a lack of confidence at all. It could be masking things, but
I definitely don't think there is a lack of confidence or with black youths nowadays, especially in terms of their role models they look up to. Confidence is one of the few things you can say they do not lack. You know, if you look at your rappers.
You feel that a lot of the black youth don't actually believe that they can succeed. They don't believe that they can do it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because if you speak to any black youth nowadays, I can guarantee one of the few things they will say is that, you know what, the government got it against them. The police got it against them. You know, the schools, the teachers got it against them. Everybody hates them. Why? Because, you know what, they don't like me. They don't like who I am. They don't like my attitude. But I'm just representing me, innit? That's what they will say. But they, you know, that feeling, they feel like, you know what, everybody's out there against them. You know, they cannot succeed because of that. And I think that's one of the big issues.
Where does that come from? That belief, that attitude, where does that come from?
I think that, again, different factors really. I think most of them come from their parents, peer pressure, their older brothers and sisters as well, what they see on TV, you know, the music industry.
There's no truth to it.
Oh, absolutely. There is absolutely no truth to it. That nobody's out there against you. This is in my opinion, this is the best country to live in. The opportunity that this country gives to you is unreal. Nobody will stop you from studying. This country actually pays you to study.
Yeah.
How it's ridiculous, you know what, to give you that energy, to give you that power, to be able to make that difference in your life. You know, whereas many countries, you know, when you think about, even in America, which is supposed to be the world power,
you've got to pay.
You know what, it's much difficult for a black person to go to college and to go to university. But in this country, how difficult it is? No, it's not. They will even beg you, they'll give you bursary, they'll give you absolutely all the results, the incentives to help you study. And I'll tell you what, if you start struggling, the teachers will even take time out to give you private tuition. You know, there's so many different avenues that you can to get into.
That's a very good point. I think I'm really glad you said that, because I do personally think it's an issue where black youth and black people in general turn a blind eye to the opportunities that they are afforded by being in the UK, etc. You know, I think that is one of the good things I will say about the system in the UK when it comes to education and stuff like that. That's great. That's great.
There's always opportunities. There is absolutely always opportunities to always grow in terms of it. And I think, again, it comes down to that mindset of always saying that what is there that I can learn from this, or what is there that I can take from this. If you have that mindset, there's absolutely no way you cannot learn or you cannot benefit from anything.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to my life, I've done some really hard jobs, and I'm so grateful that I did those jobs, and I'm not afraid to say, I'm really glad. I would say I worked in McDonald's and I loved it. It was if I didn't work there, I wouldn't have got the discipline. I wouldn't have got the tenacity to be where I was. Here, I'd be where I am right now. What's the time, you know, I was there and I told myself that, you know what, look, I have to get somewhere better. And that gave me that drive, that push.
That the end product is portrayed way too much more than the road that's taken to get there.
You hit it on the nail there, dude, because it's... No one wants to hear that, you know. No, everyone likes the underdog story. Everyone likes to hear the story where people succeed and they get to the top. The struggle to get there is a boring story. It's a story of struggle. It's a story of unpleasantness. It's drudgery, and it's just who wants to hear about that? That's the reality. But the whole point about film, theatre, music is that you get out of the reality. You don't have to deal with all the reality. You know,
I guess that's what the industry, because when you think about media marketing, the whole idea of it is to reach, you know, the emotional side of it, not the logical part of it. So just making everything look all nice and glorified. That's how the industry is actually made out of. So I think actually for them to actually talk about the roadmap of how somebody got to where they did, and focusing mainly on that, which is the key and essential part, it will change the whole industry on its own, and it will not be media. It will actually be
There
education.
doesn't seem to be a hell of a lot of ambition or drive when it comes to the black youth. They want it, yes. They want the money, they want the success, they want all the trappings of that type of life. However, they want it, but they don't want it enough where they've got to do what it takes to get there. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think I will have to go a bit further than David Clark, you said, right?
Ben Clark.
Ben Clark, I beg
Ben
your
Clark,
pardon.
yeah.
I think you need it. You have to need it to actually succeed. It's something you know that you are not comfortable where you are right now, and it hurts. And it hurts so much
It
that, you know
motivates you
what,
to action.
it just, something clicks in your brain saying that I can't take it anymore. I have to. It's too painful. And I personally...
So, sorry to cut you. So, are you saying then that a lot of the black youth, half the problem is the fact that they're too comfortable?
Too comfortable.
Interesting.
Too comfortable. And
So they need
as
to
mentioned
increase their pain.
I mean, again, going back to this country is the best country to live in. You know, if you don't have a job, government will provide for you. There isn't, you cannot be in a situation whereby, if it's not down to yourself as a motivation, down on yourself, nobody can really give you that motivation on yourself. The government gives you the necessities of life is given to you. And I truly believe that. So you have to go to the next level up and say that, look, this is not enough. I need more. You know, it's not a want. A want is something that when you have your need, you want extra as peripherals. Need is a necessity. For you to, it's about survival. So when you make your desire to succeed a necessity, that's when you pick and you draw the energy, you create the energy and the strength to constantly make sure you keep going.
And I guess that would possibly be where you get the pioneers and icons from in the music business, in the sports industries. Anyone who can call themselves successful, regardless of race, an innate need to succeed.